What's going on, guys? It's Chef. So we got some more rumors that are going around, and they're kind of like continuations of the rumors that we have already talked about, like over, you know, the past few weeks. There's like some leakers that are leaking stuff like extra early, and then like the bigger guys that are like more of a confirming thing that make sure and check everything twice and absolutely nothing is wrong. There are people all the time that go around say stuff like, why do you listen to these people? This guy said that this was the rumor and that this would happen and this didn't happen. This guy's correct like some of the time, but not all of the time. Reality of it is that sometimes plans change, and especially the earlier that those plans are leaked, and depending on, you know, the company and just how they usually do things can very easily change. So Tom Henderson, being one of the leakers out there, says exclusive Call of Duty 2023 will have a beta, campaign early access, and more. We were under the impression that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 was actually going to have a 2-year cycle. We're under the impression that this game was going to blow up, going to be really popular and everything like that, and they would be able to add some sort of expansion onto the end of it. So Treyarch in 2024 seems like they're working on their own thing. Let them do their work while all this goes on. But it didn't really work out that way to them. I think they were kind of banking on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 having like a good, you know, image and all this other stuff, and it just really hasn't gone that way. And I think they're realizing, on top of them not making as much money as they were hoping, like microtransactions and stuff, at least as much as they would hope they would, they've been saying it's a quote premium release, even though we know the contents of said release is supposed to be like some original like Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer map. On the whole, I thought Call of Duty was taking a break in 2023 thing. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the 2-year cycle. Yeah, they were, but it changed. See? It's why leaks are leaks, because they've been reported before intended and are subject to change. Always take leaks with a grain of salt. Even this one, this current one, take this one with a grain of salt, because they could pivot again. But here's the thing that makes this a lot different from how we were assuming. Wonder, oh, well, how would they manage to like repackage this expansion to Modern Warfare 2? How would they manage to get people to buy it? All this other stuff. I'm not sure how I can say this any more clearly, but it's a new premium release, just like we're getting for the past 2 decades. So nothing is going to change. After all of that, nothing is going to change because they ended up tripping. I think that they were feeling like they were going to do well this year. They preemptively started making plans, and it did not go the way that they were hoping for the first time in whatever amount of years. Even though Vanguard was like bad for them and everything, they didn't necessarily expect much out of Vanguard in comparison to what you would expect out of the Modern Warfare name. That's my point. So with Modern Warfare 2 underperforming for as big of a name as it is, it's a bigger deal. Maybe the best way to look at it is we're getting Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 back to back. They are connected, but they are entirely new games. And this is where all of the leaks and everything stop, because no one has seen anything about what all of this content entails in terms of actually seeing what it is. Is it just literally Modern Warfare 2 and then just extra maps, just like a really big seasonal update patch thing? But they're saying it's a new premium release, so they're supposed to be titling it then, right? So would that mean that this would just be named Modern Warfare 3 instead of Modern Warfare 2? But the thing is, even if you look back at the original Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, yes, they were very similar to each other, but they are not the same game. If the original plan was to be Modern Warfare 2 content, and then they're somehow gonna slap a Modern Warfare 3 title on it, it has to be different, right? He says they are entirely new games. Yes, they're entirely new titles, but like mechanically, is the game any different from what this game I'm confused. Also, I forgot to mention, but Tom ended up putting the release dates out there and all the leaks and stuff like that. Again, subject to change. They could do it earlier, later, whatever, but this seems already around the usual ballpark that they have. New rumor from Insider Gaming says Call of Duty 2023's release date is November 10th, 2023, so we usually get October and November, so this makes complete sense. The title is being developed by Sledgehammer Games. Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, and then we're gonna get Sledgehammer again. Have we ever had a time where we did Sledgehammer, one game Sledgehammer? Yeah, no, I don't think this has ever happened. And Sledgehammer doesn't have a very good track record in terms of like public opinion to people, but me personally, they seem to be the most in tune with multiplayer players, at least. The game will also have its own beta weekends and campaign early access period leading up to the launch. So the campaign early access, I assume, is November 2nd or November 3rd. The new premium title from Sledgehammer is expected to be a fully fledged premium game and part of the Modern Warfare universe. Beta is expected in October, first on PlayStation. Well, good thing I still have my PS5. Bro, how did we go from no COD in 2023 to Sledgehammer making a full new premium game? What? Yeah, money talks, Hasbullah. It's time. Modern Warfare 3 it's not gonna be MW3 remastered, but yeah. They said it's gonna be part of the MW2 universe. There's no way that it's just gonna be like a remaster. They're not gonna put the remaster thing. I feel like they'll straight up just name it MW3 and that's what we're gonna get. I mean, they did do the last Modern Warfare 3, so Sledgehammer and Infinity Ward, obviously all of the studios work together, but there's always a main studio, even though we're not entirely sure of how much work all of the studios did actually put in on those things. Sledgehammer did do Modern Warfare 3, so it wouldn't be that crazy. Sledgehammer and Infinity Ward together made MW3 before, and they could do it again. So we were talking about this leak a long time ago, back in November. Let me make this super clear. The next game by Treyarch is coming out 2024 because we ended up seeing like actual leaked like artwork and all this other stuff. We have an idea of what the time period is going to be and everything. Next year will be a Modern Warfare 2 right there, even by itself, a Modern Warfare 2 premium expansion by Sledgehammer. It's supposed to have lots of content. Maybe that's why they call it a quote full release, but it's more MW2. This has actually changed. Jason goes on to expand here. I'll write a story at some point, but what happened was Treyarch's game was planned for 2023. Oh wow, okay. When we initially got those leaks months ago about their game that they're working on, no wonder we ended up getting that stuff so early, because it was actually meant to be earlier. Early last year, they decided to delay Treyarch's game to 2024 and fill in the blanks with more MW stuff from Sledgehammer. And at some point, they decided to frame it. Is it a new game or not? You can call it and say it's a new game, but is it literally an expansion? Because MW2 and MW3, the originals, MW3 is not an expansion to MW2. They're part of the same universe, but they're different games. The words are so hard right now. So it's still MW2 content, or is it going to be MW3 at this point? He says, what's the difference? It's a continuation of MW2's story. An expansion implied that all of MW2's maps and modes would still be in a rotation alongside the new content. Yeah, exactly. How would that be the case if it's MW3 in an entirely new game? An entirely new game means all of that stuff gets left behind and the same content gets slowly drip fed back to us over the next year. That's a big difference. He says, got it. I'll try to get an answer to that. Ghost of Hope chiming in, definitely would like an answer to this as to whether or not we're gonna end up drip fed again. So what? Are they like banking and putting a ton into the next Black Ops game? I imagine with the time period, I imagine it's probably a Black Ops reboot and they're just gonna like re-release the Black Ops series, which is a huge series name. Now, surely they wouldn't be able to go and ruin the Black Ops name. I'm so glad he replied to that and was like, oh, okay, I see what you guys mean. If it was supposed to be MW2 content, how is it MW3? It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Number one reason that they would change all their plans up obviously would have a lot to do with money. There's a lot of meetings and talks and all this stuff, so. But yeah, now we're not gonna end up skipping that the whole year. I mean, at least we're gonna have a new release. At least we have another shot, I guess. But this game might go down as kind of a stinker then. I was thinking that, you know, we would have a lot of time because the game would change over a 2-year period. But if there's another release, then I have to assume that this is gonna be thrown to the wayside as well after a year, instead of potentially seeing what would happen to a game if it were worked on for more than a year instead. After release anyway, that's what I mean by worked on. It seems like even before, when people had time to create a game, it seemed like the games we got then are different from the games we got now, even though it seems that they got the same, if not more amount of time than they did before. It's odd. But yeah, anyway, that's the new stuff going on. I assume probably Modern Warfare 3. I don't know anything. It's obviously many months out at this point. Still a lot of plans changing up, but I assume it has to somehow be related to Modern Warfare, considering somehow if they are considering using that rumored content that we were hearing about this entire time, which they have confirmed is the content that they were working on. Schreier has said it, Hope has said it, Tom has said it, that it was supposed to be Modern Warfare 2 expansion content, but now it's supposed to be a different game. I don't know how that makes any sense at all. Hopefully Jason Schreier or anybody else gets clarification on that, because honestly, I don't get it. As somebody whose brain has been melted over the years through this stuff, I can't even imagine what it would be to be like a regular viewer of this stuff, just seeing all the content creators and everybody just pumping out all the recent rumors. People like me, no idea what's happening now. I don't know. It's got to be a full-blown free-for-all. This is honestly a really fun time, though. I'm not even gonna lie. It's kind of fun. I just want to see what moves they make, you know what I mean? It makes me happy. I'm excited. I'm happy to see them, like, realize, like, oh, wait. We can't do that. I like that. It's starting to click. Although this is probably not going to be a learning experience. The only thing that they have learned is that they probably don't want to ever take another risk like that again. Those little buzzwords they were using in their meetings and all that, it's a whole different playing field now. I mean, we'll see in a few months, especially with a beta coming around, and probably get a leak within a couple months at this point. Either an image or a title or something. If it is literally just Modern Warfare 2, nothing even changes graphically. You wouldn't even be able to tell if you saw a screenshot of this new Modern Warfare 3, this new premium title, if you couldn't even see the difference. You could just pass it off as Modern Warfare 2 leaks and not Modern Warfare 3 leaks. The thing is, by the time you go and release Modern Warfare 3, they've already been playing it technically the year before if it's just an This is their problem. Sorry, post-edit. If it has a beta, it leads me to believe that the game has to be somewhat mechanically different from Modern Warfare 2, but probably just directly built off of Modern Warfare 2. So Modern Warfare 3 could be the improved version of Modern Warfare 2, but it's not necessarily a good sign for Modern Warfare 2 this year.